Menopause shrinks your brain. You've probably seen that headline. Maybe you felt your stomach drop when you read it. Because the brain fog, the word fishing, the walking into a room and forgetting why, that part is already real. And now someone's telling you your brain is physically shrinking? Here's what that headline doesn't tell you, and it's the part that actually matters. So let's talk about where this comes from, because the science itself is genuinely important. In January 2026, researchers at Cambridge, Professor Barbara Sahakian's team, published a study that followed over 125,000 women through perimenopause and beyond. They looked at brain scans, cognitive tests, mental health markers, and what they found was real. During the menopause transition, certain regions of the brain actually lose gray matter volume. The hippocampus, that's your memory center. The entorhinal cortex, critical for navigation and recall. The anterior cingulate, involved in attention and decision-making. These are exactly the regions you'd suspect if you've experienced brain fog. That sense of reaching for a word and finding fog. Forgetting names. Losing your train of thought mid-sentence. It's not in your head, or rather, it is in your head, and it's measurable. Now, here's where most coverage stops. And this is the part that matters. Estrogen isn't a reproductive hormone that happens to have some brain effects. Estrogen is a brain chemical. It helps neurons communicate. It regulates blood flow to the brain. It supports the formation of new connections between brain cells. When estrogen drops during perimenopause, your brain notices. But that's only half the story. In October 2025, the Menopause Society, the global authority on menopause medicine, published a major review. And tucked inside it was something that should have made headlines and didn't. They found evidence of partial recovery of gray matter volume after menopause. The brain adapts. It rewires. It compensates. There's something called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to reorganize itself, form new pathways, find new ways to get things done. The brain fog most women experience in perimenopause, for the majority, it's not permanent. It's a transition state. The brain is adapting to a new hormonal environment, and that adaptation takes time, but it happens. I want to be really clear about this, because the internet loves to tell women their bodies are broken. You are not broken. Your brain is going through a transition, and transitions are hard, but they have an endpoint. Now, you might be thinking, if estrogen is the problem, HRT should fix it, and the evidence on this is nuanced. So let me be honest with you. The Cambridge study looked at women on HRT and women not on HRT. HRT did help with reaction time. Women on hormone therapy performed better on cognitive speed tests. That's meaningful. Faster processing, clearer thinking. That matters in daily life. But HRT did not fully prevent the gray matter volume changes. And this is where I need to be straight with you. Hormone therapy is an important tool, but it's not the whole toolbox. If you're on HRT and it's helping with hot flashes, sleep, mood, that's real and valuable. Better sleep alone has enormous knock-on effects for brain health. But for the structural brain changes of menopause, we need to think big. So what actually moves the needle? The research points to 4 things, and these are the same metabolic foundations I talk about on this channel constantly, because they work for your brain the same way they work for your waistline. Number 1, metabolic health. Your brain is 2% of your body weight, but it uses 20% of your glucose. Insulin resistance, which becomes more common after menopause, starves your brain of fuel. When your cells stop responding to insulin properly, glucose can't get into your neurons efficiently. The result? Brain fog that looks like menopause, but is actually metabolic. The fix? The same things that work for your waist. Walking after meals, protein at breakfast, reducing the glucose spikes. The movement you do all day that isn't formal exercise. These aren't just weight loss tools, they're brain protection tools. Number 2, sleep. And I know, telling a perimenopausal woman to sleep better can feel like a joke. But here's the science. During deep sleep, your brain literally cleans itself. There's a system called the glymphatic system. Think of it as a dishwasher for your brain that clears out metabolic waste, including proteins linked to Alzheimer's. That system is most active during deep sleep. If hot flashes are waking you up, that deep sleep isn't happening, and the cleaning isn't getting done. So managing night sweats, whether that's HRT, cooling sheets, bedroom temperature, whatever works for you, is directly protecting your long-term brain health. Number 3, stress management. Cortisol and the hippocampus have a toxic relationship. The hippocampus has more cortisol receptors than almost any other brain region. Chronically high cortisol, which perimenopause can amplify, literally damages hippocampal neurons over time. This is why the same women who managed stress beautifully at 35 find themselves overwhelmed at 48. It's not weakness, it's biochemistry. And number 4, strength training. I know, I bring everything back to this. But a 2024 review found that resistance training improved executive function, that's planning, decision-making, focus, in postmenopausal women, more than aerobic exercise alone. Something about the neuromuscular demand, the coordination required, the blood flow changes, it's uniquely protective for the aging brain. So here's what I want you to take away from this. The headline said your brain is shrinking. And technically, during the transition, there are measurable changes. That's real. But the headline didn't tell you about the recovery. It didn't tell you about neuroplasticity. It didn't tell you that walking after dinner, prioritizing protein, managing your stress, and picking up something heavy once or twice a week are all things that directly protect the same brain regions menopause affects. You are not broken. Your brain is not broken. You are in a transition, and transitions are hard, but they have an end point. And the things that get you through it, they're the same things that protect your brain for the next 30 years. If this helped you reframe what's happening, or if you've experienced brain fog and found something that worked, drop it in the comments. Other women need to hear it. And if you're not subscribed, hit that button. We talk about the science nobody else is explaining every week. I'll see you in the next one.